as sad as it is to say goodbye to YouTube, it's the right thing to do.
Well, I guess not, because if you fast forward a couple days, you got...
We messed up.
So these creators temporarily destroyed their career in just one single video titled Goodbye YouTube. And I mean, hey, just from the title, that's not really a great career move if you're a full-time YouTuber. And now it seems like they're kind of backpedaling as they just dropped a video titled An Update. And yes, they actually uploaded this video 5 minutes before I posted my original video on their original video. So...
Mission failed.
But in the first video, you had these full-time YouTubers announcing that YouTube wasn't working for them anymore, so they said goodbye and wanted you to come pay for their content. They essentially hit their fans with the,
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
and clearly that didn't go over too well, because not only did it highlight how disconnected they were from their fans, but it also revealed how bloated their company is, because they have 25 employees around 3 main creators. These guys, they left BuzzFeed and just brought over the same problems BuzzFeed had into their new company. And they also had like odd statements in their original video, like, we're not trying to go viral and we've hit a glass ceiling on YouTube. Well, yeah, I guess with that attitude. So instead of doubling down and making fresh ideas to engage more people, they announced that they are bringing back old content that used to be free, but this time it's behind a paywall. And no, not the Patreon paywall they already had 12,000 members on, a new one. I mean, what could go wrong? Well, they lost over 100,000 subscribers and they got over 200,000 dislikes on the video announcing their new streaming platform. So it's safe to say their office probably sounded like this for a couple days.
That's smoke, Janie. It's just a fire.
So, what do we get? Well, 3 ex-BuzzFeed employees on a sofa. Man, they even got the Asian guy on the left here as well. I mean, the framing here is just identical. But I digress. Let's watch this update.
Hey everyone, last Friday we announced that we're leaving YouTube and launching our new streaming platform.
We messed up. A lot of you spoke out with extremely valid comments and concerns, and we want to take the time now to address those.
We've been reading the things you've been saying, and we're sorry for the way we handled this, as well as the way we communicated it. We understand where you're coming from, and we're making immediate changes.
Let's go. Okay, solid start out the gate. As long as they don't pull out a ukulele, I think we might actually have a good apology here.
First, we want to affirm that you are the reason why we've been able to do anything at this company. You helped us every step of the way when we left BuzzFeed to start Watcher at the top of the pandemic in 2020.
You've supported us in so many ways by watching our content, attending our live shows, buying our merch, becoming members of our Patreon, and giving words of encouragement over the years. And we are incredibly grateful for your support.
We're sorry for how we originally delivered our goodbye message to YouTube. It was insensitive. We didn't properly express how much we appreciate all of you. And we did a really bad job of explaining the reasoning behind this transition.
Well, that didn't help, but the main problem was paywalling all future content except for teasers and trailers.
We also want to deeply apologize for our ignorance around the impact of the cost. We regret stating and implying that it's a price that anybody can afford, and we fully acknowledge that it is not. We didn't take the proper consideration for how this cost would affect you, and hope you know that we are taking this as a serious learning experience. With that in mind, we're making some changes to ensure that there's a way for our community to continue watching our content for free.
If you want to watch our shows early and ad-free, you can catch them on the Watcher platform a month earlier. After that, you'll be able to watch our shows on YouTube for free.
Fair. That's a decent fix, but they're also talking like they're in a hostage situation they put themselves into.
For those that have already subscribed to the platform, we are so grateful for your support. But if this change has you rethinking your membership, we will issue a full refund. And all past episodes and series will remain available on YouTube.
As for the question of why we decided to launch our own platform, when we started Watcher in 2020, we wanted to create shows that we were proud of, that we had ownership over, and that would provide you the caliber of content that we felt you deserved. However, we were finding it harder and harder to stay relevant to advertisers and the constantly changing YouTube landscape. We faced some incredibly challenging decisions. We didn't want to compromise our content to ensure they met advertising requirements, and we definitely did not want to lay people off that have brought Watcher to life behind the scenes.
Yeah, but paywalling all your future content is like cutting off a leg to save a toe. You're in a way worse position than what you were when you began. They should have just kept everything running as is and then added an additional 1 or 2 series on the Watcher platform that they then advertised on the main channel in regular programming. Because one of their top comments from their last videos was the audience being upset they felt fired from being audience members.
And we didn't want to bring Watcher to a close, which would have happened if we stayed solely on YouTube.
But again, the paywall decision clearly just made things worse. Like, there's so many other things you could have done before paywalling all future content. Then, like, absolute worst case, you could have cut expenses before you cut off the audience. They could have done way more things themselves, added that homemade charm that you really only get with YouTube creators, which I think would actually add to these guys' humor for their videos.
That's why we decided to launch the platform, so that we as a company could continue, we could pay our staff fairly, and not only continue to make great content for you, but expand with new shows, new voices, all ad-free. And now with the addition of accessible options, this is a decision that we all believe is the best for Watcher.
However, we realized that in figuring out the logistics of what this might take, we overlooked the way it would impact all of you. We hope you'll be patient with us through these mistakes, and we remain incredibly sorry that they were made in the first place.
This isn't an oopsie, though. This was a massive, potentially career-ending decision. And I'm surprised no one thought, hey, this might not be a great idea. Because clearly a lot of people are involved here with 25 employees. I mean, they almost have a Watcher platoon going on, and nobody said anything. They had like 19 people credited on a 14-minute video of them leaving YouTube. No wonder this isn't sustainable. I guess nobody said anything because they just didn't want to lose their job, but there's a reason free-to-play games don't randomly switch their model to paid subscription $6 a month, because that would delete most of the player base.
We also want to directly address our Patreon community, who have played such a key role in supporting us from the very beginning. All current Patreon members will receive a free subscription code to the platform. If you already purchased a subscription, please contact us and we will issue you a full refund.
We look forward to continuing to make shows and introducing all the incredible things that we've got planned for the platform alongside YouTube. And in the meantime, we are forever grateful to all of the people who make up our community, and we hope that you consider joining us in this next chapter of our journey, whether that's on YouTube or on the platform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, great. They addressed the Patreon situation. Overall, solid apology. They took accountability and they did some immediate changes. At the end of the day, they're content creators, not PR specialists. Overall, massive misstep. Clearly, they were not thinking of the audience first, but overall, the audience seems to be happy with the changes. They probably will be fine because they make good content. Terrible decision making, though. But at least they course corrected. I'm guessing the end goal with Watcher, the platform, is to not only have their own content on the platform, they probably wanted to use, I guess, the Watcher YouTube channel to springboard this streaming platform. But this should actually be studied on how to not launch a YouTube business, because they fumbled so hard. But maybe they picked up the ball again. The comments seem to be a little bit better on this video than what it was on the previous one, but they're still giving them tough love. I'm no economist, but if you're struggling to pay your existing staff, I doubt hiring 3 new hosts is a way to resolve that issue. The absolute crisis mode these guys must have been over the weekend. If I had a nickel for every time I saw 3 ex-BuzzFeed employees on a couch post-controversy, I'd have 2 nickels. One day, my feed will just be men saying sorry on sofas. I'd pay $5.99 to be a fly on the wall for the Watcher office in the last 72 hours. I would as well. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become 3 guys on a couch. While it's hilarious they had to pull together this video so quickly, I am acknowledging that it takes balls to come on and say, yeah, we effed up, but here's how we're gonna fix it. Thank you guys for apologizing for your insensitive comments and making changes. And that last comment has 25,000 likes, so it seems like the audience is overall very happy with these changes, at least the core one. The broader YouTube community is probably gonna clown on them for a little bit for this, because this wasn't an oopsie. This is a massive miscalculation, and we've never seen anything like this before. Because I feel like everyone can agree, if you're going to launch a paid subscription platform, this is the worst way to do it. Because you have to keep on giving value and then give bonus value behind the paywall, but keep giving the same amount of free value. So I mean, hey, if there's a takeaway, don't paywall all your future content if you want to be a full-time creator. And if you want to see how they got into this mess in the first place, you can check out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.